Hello, I'm Ella.
And I'm Arn. We're going to tell you our story.
A long time ago, there was a beautiful kingdom named Eloria. This kingdom was nestled between blue mountains and sparkling lakes. The trees were always lush and green, the flowers always in bloom, and the chirping of birds turned every morning into a new dream. In this kingdom lived a kind-hearted king and a compassionate queen. They had only one daughter, Princess Ella, who was not only beautiful but also incredibly pure of heart. Her smile could make even the saddest heart happy. One day, the king and queen received news that a wicked sorceress had settled in a nearby forest, turning people's animals into stone. The king commanded his army to drive the sorceress out of the kingdom. But the sorceress was very powerful. She escaped the army and, as she left, said, "Your beloved daughter, whom you pride in, will one day no longer remain human." Time passed. Years went by, and Ella grew even more beautiful and kind. Every day, she would go to the palace gardens to feed the birds, talk to the flowers, and sit by the lake, admiring her reflection. One day, as she sat by the lake, suddenly a sparkle appeared in the water's waves. Ella was astonished. She touched the water, and smoke rose from the lake, swirling around her. In moments, Ella's body began to change. Feathers grew on her arms, and she herself became a duck. Ella tried to scream, but now her voice was only quack, quack. She fell into the water, crying, but no one heard her. The sorceress's curse had finally taken effect. Day, she lived in the lake as a duck, but as soon as night fell, she regained her human form. She cried, pleading for help from the sky, but there was no one to listen. One night, as she sat by the lake, she suddenly heard the sound of a horse approaching. A prince named Arn had come hunting there. He saw Ella, glowing in the moonlight. He was startled. He had never seen such a beautiful girl before. The prince gently asked, "Who are you, beautiful girl? What are you doing alone in this desolate forest?" Ella told him everything, about her magic, her curse, and her helplessness. Prince Arn felt both sympathy and love for her. He promised, "I will free you from this curse, even if I have to give my life." The next morning, Ella became a duck again. Arn saw with his own eyes that the same girl he met at night was now a duck. He decided that he would find the sorceress. He rode day and night, crossing forests, mountains, and rivers. Finally, he reached the entrance of a dark cave. Inside, the same sorceress was seated. The prince said, "Return your magic, or I will burn down your palace." The sorceress laughed. Everyone claims love, but showing true love is not easy. If you truly love her, you must pass 3 trials. Fail even one, and you both will be separated forever. In the first trial, the sorceress gave the prince a magical mirror, in which he could see his greatest weakness. In the mirror, he saw his pride, and he shattered it. "I sacrificed my pride for my love." In the second trial, he had to cross a poisonous river. Every drop was a message of death, but he made a boat from the flowers growing by the lake and crossed the river without fear. The third trial was the hardest. He had to break his sword and make a rose from its pieces. He smashed his sword on the ground, stained his hands with blood, and crafted a rose from the fragments. The sorceress's face was filled with astonishment. "You have done what no prince ever could. Love has defeated magic." Suddenly, a bright beam of light appeared, and Ella rose from the lake, now fully human again. Her feathers had been replaced with a silky dress, and tears of joy shone on her face. Prince Arn took her hand, and together they returned to the palace. The king and queen thanked God when they saw their daughter. A few months later, Ella and Arn's wedding was celebrated with grandeur. Lanterns lit the entire kingdom of Eloria, and ducks danced joyfully along the lake's edge. From that day on, the people of the kingdom told the story of the Duck Princess, to remind everyone that with love, courage, and kindness, every curse can be broken. True love and selfless sacrifice never go in vain. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to our channel for more magical tales.